Buenos días y bienvenido. Hello and welcome to Linguisticator. I'm Francesca and I'm here with you to parse and translate the opening of Alice in Wonderland in Spanish. I'm a languages student at the University of Durham in the UK and have put together this series of videos as part of my internship at Linguisticator. This is the first of 5 videos exploring the beginning of Chapter 1. In this video, we will take our time and explore each and every grammatical construction and piece of vocabulary that we encounter. Once we have got to grips with the base content, we shall speed up a little as we continue through subsequent videos. Before beginning, I would like to say that while I speak Spanish, I am not a native speaker, and so apologise for any errors in pronunciation. These videos are designed to help you understand how the language functions, and to get working within a real example of a text in Spanish by using something that is hopefully already familiar. I'll put links in the description as to where you can get copies of the book and the audiobook in Spanish. I hope you find this helpful. Let's get started. If we begin with the title, Alicia en el país de las maravillas, we can see that this is not a direct translation of the English. This title translates literally to Alice in the Land of the Wonders. We have Alicia, Alice, en, the preposition in, el, the masculine singular definite article meaning the, followed by país, the noun for country or land. The preposition de, from, for, or of, introduces the feminine plural definite article las, or the, and the plural noun maravillas, wonders. So we consequently get Alicia en el país de las maravillas, Alice in the Land of the Wonders, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Capítulo 1. En la madriguera del conejo. Chapter 1. In the Den of the Rabbit. This translates the English title Down the Rabbit Hole. En means in, but also into, indicating movement. La is the feminine definite article meaning the, and madriguera is a feminine noun meaning den or burrow. For rabbits, this is the word used for a warren. Del is a combination of the preposition de, meaning of in this case, and el, meaning the, which gives us of the. Conejo means rabbit. En la madriguera del conejo. In the den of the rabbit, or more succinctly, down the rabbit hole. Alicia empezaba ya a cansarse de estar sentada con su hermana a la orilla del río, sin tener nada que hacer. Había echado un par de ojeadas al libro que su hermana estaba leyendo, pero no tenía dibujos ni diálogos. ¿Y de qué sirve un libro sin dibujos ni diálogos?, se preguntaba Alicia. Alicia empezaba ya a cansarse. Alice was beginning now or already to get tired. Alicia, Alice, empezaba is the third person singular imperfect form of the verb empezar, meaning to start or to begin. The imperfect tense is used to describe a state of being in the past. This refers to Alice's growing state of fatigue. Ya is an adverb whose meaning changes depending on context. In this scenario, it means now or already. It comes after the verb empezar as it modifies the meaning of the verb. A is a preposition meaning to or at. However, in this case, it is used before the second verb infinitive, the reflexive verb cansarse, to get tired. So all in all, we have Alicia empezaba ya a cansarse. Alice was beginning to get tired. De estar sentada con su hermana a la orilla del río. Of being seated with her sister at the edge or bank of the river. De means of in this context, and estar is the infinitive of the verb to be with regards to location, feelings, or a temporary state. In Spanish, there are 2 verbs meaning to be, ser and estar. Estar is used in this context as it refers to Alice's temporary state of being seated. Sentada is the past participle of the verb sentar, to seat or to sit. The past participle ends in a, its feminine singular form, sentada rather than sentado, as it refers to Alice. The past participle is essentially an adjective form of the verb. As an adjective, it must agree in gender and number with its subject. In this case, we have sentada because Alice is feminine singular. Con, with, su, her, hermana, sister. A, at, followed by la, the feminine definite article meaning the, which introduces the noun orilla, meaning edge or bank. Del is the combination of de and el. It literally means of the. Rio is the Spanish for river. De estar sentada con su hermana a la orilla del río. Of sitting with her sister on the bank. Sin tener nada que hacer. Literally translates as without having nothing that to do, and as an example of a common set phrase. Sin, without, tener, infinitive of the verb to have, nada, meaning nothing. Que, a relative pronoun referring to objects and people, translated as who, whom, that, and which. In this context, we wouldn't need que in English, but you can think of this phrase as something like, there is nothing that one could do. Hacer is the infinitive of the verb to do or to make, here meaning to do. Sin tener nada que hacer. Without having anything to do. Había echado un par de ojeadas al libro. Had thrown a couple of glances to the book. Había echado is the pluperfect tense, formed by the appropriate imperfect form of haber, with a past participle, here echado, from the verb echar, to throw. So all in all meaning had throw. Un is the masculine indefinite article meaning a, which describes the noun par, a couple or a pair. Then we have de, of, followed by the plural feminine noun ojeadas, glances. Although ojeadas is in the plural, de remains in the singular, as it is part of the set expression un par de, a couple of, which always keeps the singular de, no matter the gender or number of the succeeding noun. We then have al, a combination of a and el, used to mean at the or into the. Then the noun libro, book. Había echado un par de ojeadas al libro. Once or twice she had peeped into the book. Que su hermana estaba leyendo. That her sister was reading. Que, that, estaba leyendo is an example of a kind of past continuous tense in Spanish, formed from the verb estar plus a present participle. Here we have the third person singular imperfect form estaba, was, paired with the present participle or gerundio, leyendo, which stems from the verb leer, meaning to read. The construction therefore translates as was reading. Que su hermana estaba leyendo, that her sister was reading. Pero no tenía dibujos ni diálogos, but it was not having drawings nor dialogue or conversations. The section begins with the conjunction pero, meaning but. Then we are introduced to the verb tener, to have, in the third person singular imperfect form. Dibujos ni diálogos, plural masculine nouns of dibujos, drawings, and diálogos, dialogues, tied together by the construction ni, meaning nor. ¿Y de qué sirve un libro sin dibujos ni diálogos? Literally means, and for what is useful a book without drawings nor dialogue? In Spanish, questions are introduced by an inverted question mark. This question starts with y, and, followed by de qué, for what or from what. Que has an acute accent as it is being used to form a question rather than a statement. You will find que in either a question or exclamation in Spanish. Sirve is the third person singular present indicative of the verb servir, meaning to serve or be useful for. This conjugation is an example of an irregular verb, which does not follow the typical rules for Spanish IR ending verbs. ¿Y de qué sirve un libro sin dibujos ni diálogos? And what is the use of a book without pictures or conversation? Se preguntaba Alicia. Herself was asking Alice, literally. More colloquially, Alice wondered. Se preguntaba comes from the reflexive verb preguntarse, to wonder or ask oneself. A reflexive verb refers to an action being done to oneself. Se is the reflexive pronoun, and preguntar is the verb to ask. In English, we don't need to use a reflexive here, so we can just translate this as thought Alice or wondered Alice. Se preguntaba Alicia, thought Alice. Now that we've gone through and translated all of the text of the first line, sit back and listen again to just the Spanish. Alicia empezaba ya a cansarse de estar sentada con su hermana a la orilla del río, sin tener nada que hacer. Había echado un par de ojeadas al libro que su hermana estaba leyendo, pero no tenía dibujos ni diálogos. ¿Y de qué sirve un libro sin dibujos ni diálogos?, se preguntaba Alicia.
You may need to watch this video a few times to fully get to grips with the translation. The more you read, the easier the process will become. As we continue in subsequent videos, we will go faster and the text will get easier.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.
If you did, please like and share it and leave a comment below if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. Please also check out Linguisticator.com for our full course in Spanish and our course in memory that will teach you how to build memory palaces to learn foreign languages.